I was just in the middle of having my chicken dinner, yeah? And I wanted to do a video for some time about boxing and why I think you guys should all get into the sport of boxing. For those of you who are already in it, doesn't mean you have to be a fighter. You don't have to have a fight, but I think that you should at least, do it for the fitness. It's a way to drop weight extremely, extremely quickly. If you're overweight, listen, there's nobody better than a boxer or a fighter to tell you how to lose weight. They know all the tricks to lose rapid amounts of weight in a very, very short space of time. So it's very good for weight loss, very good for fitness, and very good for confidence, because there's a lot of dickheads out on the street. For some reason, every time I go out down the street, I must have a face that people just want to punch in, Obviously, I've got an extremely annoying face. I mean, people, send me death threats after just hearing my voice. But it seems like in real life, people just want to sort of smash me to bits based on seeing my face. Every time I go down shopping centre, there's someone giving me the fucking eye and, looking to start and etc, etc. I don't know what that is. Maybe they've heard this show. Who knows? But I want to talk about boxing, and I think one of the most important reasons that you guys should try and get into boxing or try and do any kind of fight sport, so like maybe a jiu-jitsu, a boxing, an MMA, a Thai boxing, any kind of fighting that actually involves real fucking sparring. Real sparring, real techniques is crucial. And again, it's not to be the hardest man on the block. It's not so you can go outside and beat people up. Actually, I will say, boxing gyms you do meet some of the nicest people you will ever meet, yeah, are actually in boxing gyms. And that's because they're already hard, they're already tough, they don't have to prove themselves on a night out. So it's not like these dickheads that you see, swinging, telegraphed haymakers outside each other, outside all bar one after fucking closing time, Hey, listen, I guarantee you, yeah, especially if you live in the London area, honestly, if you stand outside Chico Land or Chicken Cottage with your fucking iPhone, yeah, after about 1:30, 2 o'clock, yeah, you're guaranteed to see some drunk cunts, swinging some badly timed punches at each other, falling over each other, etc, etc, yeah. But yeah, in order to avoid all that nonsense, and this stuff can actually save your life, I mean, I had a friend of mine that was stabbed, and he was stabbed through the kidneys by somebody who jumped him. Someone jumped him and stabbed him at the same time. And he managed to hold the guy off, yeah, enough to save his own life. And he said that it was a combination of boxing and jiu-jitsu that saved his life. So what is the point of this fucking video? Well, it's not to sit here and eulogize and tell you how you should all go boxing and all get fit. One thing I have to say, and this is going to be quite controversial, because, that's all we do on this show. All we do is, like, controversial shit, yeah? I have to say, yeah, some of these so-called martial arts that are out there at the moment, yeah, I see these instructors, yeah, taking fucking peas off people. Like, they're taking bucks off people, yeah, and giving them multicolored belts. But for doing what? For doing what? Like, breaking boards. Like, some of this shit is unfucking real, Like, since when does breaking a fucking board prove that you can, like, defend your life out on the street? That shit don't prove anything. That shit don't prove anything whatsoever, yeah? So I have to say, yeah, I find the whole thing, like, dubious at best. However, yeah, I will say this here. Some of these masters, some of these Kung Fu fucking masters, and I tell you, you can tell them a mile off, because whenever you talk to them, and like, I've met a few people in my time who have black belts, quote unquote, in some of the most ridiculous shit. You've got, you meet some, like, fucking overweight, fucking white guys in a pub. After a few pints, they're telling you that they're a fucking black belt in, like, Shaolin Kung Fu and all this kind of shit. I mean, it's fucking ridiculous. And the difference between boxing, Muay Thai, Taekwondo to a certain degree, Jiu-Jitsu, those are real fight sports that involve real sparring, real training, and you get to try your tactics in a real live environment. And that's why it can save your life, because you actually get trained to fight, or you get trained to defend yourself. However, yeah, I'm going to show you a video in a minute now, yeah, from one guy in particular who's got a massive, massive following on YouTube. He teaches Tai Chi, yeah, and he teaches Tai Chi as a form of combat and as a form of self-defense. And he's got his people thinking that they can use these kind of techniques to defend themselves and to save their lives. The same way my friend managed to save his life, thanks to the teachings he had from boxing and jiu-jitsu. They think that they can teach other people to save their lives when confronted by robbers, rapists, etc, etc. Here's the cunt in question, right? He's up against a boxer, and this boxer who's up against apparently actually did have one pro fight, yeah? So this cunt's a Tai Chi master. He's up against the boxer. Let's listen to him tell us how Tai Chi can beat boxing in a real street fight.
But even though they don't have an interest in the combat nature of Tai Chi, they don't even realize they're learning combative stepping with that 45-degree step. So when Eric comes in,
here we go. Can I throw a jab now?
If you watch, I'm gonna be my 45-degree
oh, yeah?
step in
okay.
this way. And then I move my hands like I just did for Park the Horse's mate.
Oh my days. Horse's mane. What is this nigga on? I don't know how that boxer's not laughing. Listen, The only damage this man might do is to your fucking ribs after laughing so much. That's the only fucking damage you'll do in a fucking street. If he hits you with that fucking shot, the amount of laughing you'll fucking do afterwards might damage your ribs, and that's about it. This guy is having a... Do you know what? It does anger me to a degree. Because this kind of shit get people killed out on the streets, you know? I mean, for real. I mean, you're going to slip a punch from a boxer. He's not going to slip a punch from a boxer anyway, to begin with. Because, you know, a boxer is, you know, is designed to throw a punch when you're not expecting it. They're probably going to throw more than one punch, not just going to throw one jab. And they're certainly not going to leave the jab hand hanging out, exposing their ribs for you to just fucking slide underneath. And even if you did somehow manage to use your magical Tai Chi to slip underneath these boxers' jab, yeah? The fact that you're going to hit him over the ribs with the back of your fucking hand, I mean, fucking hell. A boxer who's designed to take punishment to the ribs, take punishment to the body. You know, he's been sparring, he's been hard sparring, he's been taking shots. He's a professional boxer. And you reckon you're going to put him out in one shot by fucking glazing his ribs with the back of your fucking hand? This guy is an absolute disgrace. But I swear to gosh, yeah, there are people out there who honestly forking over money to these people, like getting colour belts in return. I'm a purple belt in fucking combat Tai Chi. I'm a brown belt. I'm a second down black belt. And they think this shit actually means something on the fucking street. It's insane. Time for some more techniques from Tai Chi Master. The boxer's going to throw another jab at him, and Tai Chi Master's going to show you a new technique to take the boxer out in one punch. Let's have a watch.
Hitting my boxer, they come in for that jab. I avoid it here. Maybe I'm coming back inside for my quick twitch muscle.
Quick twitch muscles, you fucking cock.
Slip it.
He's not even looking. Look, he ain't even looking at the fucking guy he's punching, for fuck's sake. What kind of fight sport do they teach that? Punch and then look away from the target you're punching. You absolute cockend. Hold on.
Inside.
Okay, guys, you get the picture. So, if someone tries to punch you, if a professional boxer tries to punch you in a street fight, yeah, you know what to do. You slip to the outside of the jab, yeah? Slip to the outside of the jab, get on the inside, and you throw a fucking short, very short right hook. Notice he doesn't turn his hips into that fucking hook at all, by the way. But anyway, you throw a short right hook, and then after you throw that short right hook to the boxer's ribs, don't forget to look away from the boxer. Don't forget to look away from the target, because that one punch is going to finish him. The fight's over. He's definitely not going to throw any more punches or, you know, throw a left hook, right hook combo or anything like that. The fight is over. Trust me. Fork over all this money to this fucking guy. He's probably a fucking 18th Dan Tai Chi master. I'm sure he'll fucking take all your money and give you some colour belts. And then, you know, next time some cunts on the street with a fucking 10-inch fucking blade trying to fucking rape your missus, I'm sure if you put off this technique, yeah, you know, the two of you will be going home, yeah, nice and safe. About saving the best till last. Wait till you see this fucking technique right here. This is a Tai Chi master's technique for defending yourself when somebody grabs your wrist and then attempts to sort of do you damage in a street fight.
We press to the
Hold
right.
on, what are those fucking swords? You know what I've noticed, right? Some of these Kung Fu masters, they're obsessed with like swords and nunchucks and spears and all this kind of crazy shit they've got in the background to make themselves look double fucking hard. And most of them, to be fair, can't even use it.
With the body, and then we do the crane flips the wings.
Crane. Fuck yeah, alright, mate.
Like that. And the fighting application on this
Here we go.
is trying to use deception.
Now listen, yeah? Whenever you're out on road, yeah, this is exactly, yeah, the type of guy that's going to try and rob you for your Nokia 3210. I guarantee you, if you stand outside Chicken Cottage, it's nearly 12 o'clock at night, go outside, if you stand outside Chicken Cottage, yeah, a guy like this, it won't be some, you know, hench black guy in a hoodie, it won't be, you know, a couple of guys who look like they've been in fights, you know, a couple of guys who've got cuts on their heads, marks on their faces, you know, obviously been in a few scraps, you know, they won't, you know, sort of be coming in 2s and 3s, you know, sort of acting aggressive and acting menacing. It's going to be somebody exactly like this who tries to do you damage, trust me.
Hand while we strike with the other hand. So when the opponent's got our wrists here, instead of trying to pull away or do something with this hand, I'm going to let him have that grasp.
Oh, that's good. So you've let him have one hand. You better be able to fucking punch with this hand then. Fucking hell.
And I'm going to take my other hand, step in, and lift it up
my
to his chin. And let his chin to the base of the wrist. So in all of the Chinese Kung Fu or Kungfu styles, you can use every part of the body.
Oh my days. This is my favourite technique. This gets me every single time.
The wrist stay down.
The wrist stay down, yeah?
The other wrist comes
Oh
up.
my days. This technique would get you robbed, raped and killed in absolute record time, trust me. Not only has he got hold of one of your wrists, but you're going to break your other wrists in an incredibly, you know, girly move, yeah? Smashing your wrists on a guy's chin. This guy's unbelievable. That's the end of the episode for tonight. Just a little quick word from me. If you're going to do a fight sport, yeah, do boxing, do like a taekwondo, do fucking Muay Thai, do fucking jiu-jitsu. Do anything that involves actual fucking legitimate contact. Not bullshit magic, not fucking, slow motion sparring when you've got somebody throwing moves at you at, half a mile per hour. You need to get involved in proper full contact sparring, in a live environment. That's the only way that you're going to be able to sort of get anywhere near a point where you might be able to protect yourself or defend yourself. And to be honest, as we've seen with Kell Brook, Anthony Corolla, being a boxer doesn't really mean you can survive a street fight anyway. I mean, Anthony Corolla nearly got fucking killed by 2 burglars. Kell Brook got stabbed in the leg and then he fucking bled to death out in the street. And there are countless fucking other tales that I could go through with you. So listen, even if you are a top fighter, doesn't guarantee that you're going to be able to survive on the street at all. The safest thing to do, obviously, is just fucking walk away when you can. But listen, I tell you, honest to God, it's better to go to your local gym and enroll in a boxercise class than doing any of this kind of fucking bullshit you're seeing here. Because this stuff is absolute toilet. It's toilet. And all them fucking belts that people have got, blue belt, brown belt, pink belt, whatever belt, Matalan belt, TK Maxx belt, it don't mean shit out on them fucking streets. Unless it's in something like a jiu-jitsu or something that's, obviously serious martial art. But if it's in something bullshit like fucking Taiwanese Shaolin Kung Fu, that fucking belt that you got don't mean fucking shit, man. As Billy Joe Saunders would say, the only thing that belt's good for is holding your fucking trousers up. That belt don't mean shit on the street. So my advice to you, yeah, take up boxing. Great sport, great people. You know what, as well, boxing actually improves your knowledge of the sport, I feel. I feel like I've become much better at judging fights and actually analysing boxing fights, through actually being in a ring and doing